In the weeks leading up to the visit of Pope Leo to Cameroon, something unusual is happening. Roads were rehabilitated, public services improved, and in the conflict-affected Anglophone region, separatist fighters announced a temporary ceasefire, signaling a rare moment of peace.
Separatist fighters have declared temporal ceasefire up till after the Pope leaves Bamenda.
These developments have been widely welcomed, particularly in regions that have faced years of neglect and marginalization. But as anticipation grows, there is also reflection on what these changes might mean in the long run. Welcome to the flip side. For millions across the continent, a papal visit remains a deeply historic and symbolic moment. Africa is now one of the fastest growing regions for the Catholic Church, with hundreds of millions of followers. A visit from the Pope is often seen as recognition of that growing importance.
He's coming to Cameroon as a way of cleansing away our sins and him bringing more blessings to Cameroon after a tough period.
In Cameroon, the Pope's visit takes place within a complex context. The English-speaking Northwest and Southwest regions have experienced nearly a decade of conflict, linked to a movement for secession. Efforts to find a resolution have been met with repeated setbacks. Against this backdrop, even a temporary ceasefire is welcome news.
If the Pope has the capacity, to encourage and support an inclusive dialogue that focuses, on the core issues of the crisis, that is willing to bring on board all actors.
At the same time, there has been a noticeable increase in infrastructure activity. In cities like the capital Yaoundé and Douala, and in parts of the northwest, roads have been repaired and public spaces upgraded, particularly along routes linked to the papal visit.
The Bamenda crossing, what is commonly known as the Ring Road, there has been a surge in the construction of this part. This is a part that the Pope is going to use. There has also been a lot of road rehabilitation in Yaoundé and in Douala.
Residents also report improvements in electricity and water access, as well as the reopening or rehabilitation of some public facilities. While some analysts describe this as short-term acceleration of planned projects, for many on the ground, the immediate impact is what matters most as they look to the future.
We've seen constant visits to the Northwest region by the Ministry of Public Health, and that hospitals have also been revived and restructured. And at the same time, the Bafut Airport, which has not functioned for over 10 years, has been put back to its, given the facelift that it deserves. And I think that these are efforts that we need to actually appreciate. We just hope that the developmental projects are going to come and stay and will remain sustainable.
The recent changes highlight that a lot can be achieved within a short period, yet they prompt questions about the potential for lasting progress. They also raise a broader question about continuity, whether these improvements will be sustained beyond the Pope's visit.
The government, remember, to fix roads, hospitals, even electricity.
The Pope's visit clearly has an impact in both spiritual and practical terms. However, the long-term significance depends on what comes next, and that is the flip side.